All right, so get your tinfoil hats on. This mayhem moment, we are bunkered down and we are talking about the assassination of Charlie Kirk. So I'm Sarge. We got Charles from Klecker Tactical here, and we got some questions and thoughts on this particular incident. But first, I do want to take a drink for him. Rest in peace, dude. Sorry, like, sorry went down like that. That's kind of fucked.
Yeah.
So, me rest in peace, and for his family to actually find peace one day, because that he got a fucking shit deal on that. That was real fucked.
Yeah.
So give us a brief thought on what you thought about Charlie prior to this. Did you watch him? Did you know him? Did you ever see him before or anything?
Never seen him in person, but I have followed him. I followed the Turning Point probably for the last 2 or 3 years. A friend of mine
Okay.
showed him to me, and I kind of aligned a little bit, but mainly aligned with what my beliefs were, one of my political views and my faith and everything. So that's what really led me to follow them, was because me and him had
Hmm.
the same value and the same faith. And the dude at 31 was like an encyclopedia, and he was
Yeah, that's fucking
like
crazy.
the dude just had an amazing brain. And I don't care what side you're on, you can't deny that the dude was brilliant. But he was
Yeah.
also a very humble debater. If he was wrong, he was wrong. Unfortunately, he was really wrong. And if he was had such a way to turn it around into the discussion. He just like, I'm not here to prove me right or wrong. I'm here to debate it. Let's talk about it. And that was
Yeah.
everything that everyone's talked about is that his words were his biggest tool, and that's what I really liked watching all his videos, is just him throwing words at people and they're just circling around. He's like, answer the question. I'm like, I like this. I like this guy.
I like how it was kind of like, to me, when I seen him, um, it was more of like he's trying to make them think about it,
Hmm.
like put it in a way that they actually think about it, and they have to actually challenge their own based off of what they say. And that's what I tell my daughter. I was like, it's not about what you meant, it's what you said, because I'm going to take it off of what you said.
Hmm.
And he can take that and be like, well, you said this. Well, yeah, it is, but for this, so the way that he was making it show that their whole logic was just not valid, I was like, damn.
Hmm.
I mean, there was times that they came up with some good things against him, which is good too. That's kind of part of what we fought for. That's what I spent 2 years fighting for in Afghanistan. Was this thing's about to die? I hope not, but that's what I fought for, was everybody's right. So
Yeah.
with that thought, um, the your immediate thoughts when you found out, when you found out, boom, he was shot. Like, how did you find out? Was it
Uh,
somebody telling
no, I think
you,
it was an
or
Instagram
did
reel popped up with breaking news. I
you? Okay.
saw it and I was like, oh. And I just saw the first initial one. Like I kind of saw it as it was going down, like maybe like 30 minutes after, because that stuff
Yeah.
flooded the internet real quick, like very
Yeah.
quick. So the first initial one that I seen, I was like, oh, that sucks. Like that's not cool. And I started researching it. And as I'm doing that, it's just like the feed just kept on coming, more and more angles, more and more videos, and then it was like, oh, he didn't like the first initial one. I was like, I don't know. He might be okay. He might, like, we'll see.
Hmm.
And then I kept going and I seen more. I'm like, oh no, no,
Yeah.
he's gone. Like slowing it down, watching it like we talked about earlier today. Like once you actually like slow it down and you analyze the video, my thoughts is that he was gone before he hit the ground. Whether or not his heart was still pumping, he was lights out and checking out.
Yeah.
Um, which I mean, on the brighter side of things, at least it looked like it was pretty quick, and that was seemingly a painless way to go. Um,
Yeah.
it's for him anyway. For his family though, that's what hit me the hardest once I started seeing the posts of that his family was there and his daughter was running up to him, and me with having two daughters. Dude, I couldn't even. I had to go in the other room because I was tearing up. I was just thinking about it. It's just that's crap.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, I see him and shit. There's some things that I don't 100% agree with and stuff with him, but I'm like, whatever. You know, I agree with some of your shit. I wouldn't go to one of those rallies for him or gatherings or whatever. I wouldn't go to one.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't like him like that. But like you said, the thing that got me was when I heard that, because I also have two daughters, when I heard that his daughter, after she heard the gunshot, ran towards him as he's already, like we said, done and trying to go to daddy because she was scared of the gunshot, but you know, daddy was
Hmm.
gone and she doesn't realize it. And it's like, damn,
Hmm.
that is fucking crazy. I don't care who you are or what you believe in, that is fucking crazy. That's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But I mean, his wife spoke yesterday. Did
Yeah,
you
I watched the
did you
live.
watch it?
I started watching the live, and then I didn't finish it, and then I went back and watched. I still have to go back and watch the rest of it, but
What was your thoughts so far?
um, I had to stop watching it for a little bit because when I was putting my girls to bed, and I was actually getting emotional where I was like, I can't listen, so I'm gonna revisit that at a different time because she was really. There was a lot of people that were like, that was like my buddy's like, dude, hey, here's this. Just make sure you get a box of tissues. So I'll probably end up watching that later tonight.
Yeah, that I was like, damn, that that's one strong ass woman.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
holy shit, dude.
Hmm.
The way that, you know, she kept going back to it was keep on with this, with what they're doing, with what he was doing. And because apparently it was working so well that they shot him for it. So then we're going to keep going even harder.
Yeah.
And the way that she kept, you know, talking about him. And, you know, I see like when she would talk about him, she would kind of cry. But then when she would talk about like her faith and his belief and her belief in that, she would get happier. So it was something I was like, damn, okay,
Hmm.
that like that's hard to watch, dude. And like we said, unfortunately, Miss Mayhem is the one that told me initially about it, and I saw the first video that was far away, and then right after the second one that was up close. And I'm I'm not gonna lie, what I do is when I see something like that, I immediately go, can I download? Yep, and I download it because I'll sit there and watch it over and over and over to
Hmm.
be like, what's weird about this? You know, is there what caused this? Is there something like even if it's a cop shooting or something? Do I actually, when you see this quick thing, do I see a knife?
Hmm.
Whatever. So that's what I'm. That's why I do that. But I was like watching that over and over. I was like, yeah, homie was 100%.
Yeah.
Like there was no. I was like, he's gone.
Yeah. I think that
Like
the
that's it.
that trauma from the initial round when that round hit him, that trauma,
Oh,
um, being also so
it's hard
close
to
to the
watch,
head.
dude.
Yeah. When you will see the up close, like the first one I seen, you couldn't see the actual exit wound or the blood flow, like
Mm-hmm.
how much came out quickly. You couldn't see that from
Mm-hmm.
the first initial one, but once you seen that other angle and that other shot, I was like, oh. So
Yeah.
there was like when I started seeing that, I started thinking, oh man, that could have been even a small. People are like, oh, it was a big round. I'm like, no, that could have been a high. That could have easily been a 5.56 round, very
It
easily,
could have been.
because of where it hit. It's all soft tissue, and 5.56 on soft tissue, that'll mess up soft tissue. Um,
Yeah.
so and 200 yards, that's like people were saying, oh, you had to be a professional or really good. Like 200 yards is
No.
not that difficult of a shot. You can get a newbie person, and within two mags, I can get them putting bullseyes at 200 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that difficult. The other issues is that we probably will talk about. That's the harder part. Taking the shot's easy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So with me, I was like, it could have been just from the sound. I was like, it could have been like a 308 or something like that. I mean,
It's hard
I
without being there because you're hearing it from a recording, and it's in a distance, and you're in a bowl, so you're in defilade. So like where they were
yeah,
recording, they were in a large defilade area because they were in that like Coliseum style. So all the sounds are going to be different because they're going to be echoing off of all the other buildings. So that high pitched crack, I mean, once you're past 100 yards, it's, I mean, a gunshot's a gunshot, and it's really until
yeah.
to the untrained ear, you can't tell the difference of caliber. At 200 yards, it gets a little bit harder to do, but especially under from a recording. Because some people are
Yeah,
trying to
which
say it was
gets me in
suppressed and stuff. I'm like, no, I don't think that wasn't suppressed. That's what a crack of a gun sounds like when it's far away.
the that leads me to, I guess, one of the first questions, which is, where the fuck's the exit one?
I, mm,
Like, when I kept watching it over and over and over, I
yeah,
noticed, I was like, I didn't see any, even on the angle, like when
yeah,
you
because
could
he would
see
it
it
would have
like
been like
that,
this.
and you would have seen something come out.
I I don't think he
Where
was
did it go?
shot
Unless it,
here. I think it was like this. I think
well,
that spurt that you seen when he killed over, I think that was the exit.
hmm
And I think that it was such a high velocity round that it didn't mushroom. It just went through and through. But since it impacted the jugular, which is the main blood supply to the brain, and I had to look it up, but I believe it's just a couple. If that's cut, a couple pumps of the heart, and you're not getting
well,
any
not
blood
only
flow to the
that, your
brain.
brain's draining.
Yeah, at the same time. So I
Gravity's
think
pulling
that,
it. There's no pressure.
and yeah, and I believe that we should probably be seeing some people out there with ballistics dummies simulating, and they did it with the Trump shooting too. Just
Yeah.
give it a couple days to a week, and I guarantee you someone's going to set up a dummy, and they're going to try to duplicate it to kind of figure out like just to replicate it.
Well, that's what I mean is, they said that they were, at least I think they did, said that they were still looking for the projectile.
Yeah, I haven't
Well,
heard
that
any
means it
reports
had
of them
to
finding it.
exit. I mean, I guess it's, if it is the entry wound, the one that's coming, leaking, um, if that is the entry wound, it could, in theory, have hit the spine, severed that, and ricocheted down into the chest cavity.
Mm,
It could have, but then why would you be looking for it? You would have already known that.
yeah. So,
So that's where I'm like,
and I mean, I'm not an expert on it, and I'm just going to go off of my knowledge on it, but typically the entry wounds don't bleed that much that fast because it's once it goes through it, you know how it closes back up essentially because how fast it's
yeah,
going. But
yeah,
it was the carotid, so that is different because that's like the
yes,
next to the your femoral. It's the largest artery in the body.
yeah,
So
yeah. You're in shit trouble, just like the chick that got stabbed there.
yeah, yep,
Yeah, same thing.
yeah,
Except for she was sure her spine didn't get hit or anything, so she was 100%, still alert,
hmm
and then fell over and started bleeding out. His was a little bit different.
yeah. I think his was
Um,
like within seconds, lights out.
all right, we've never done this, so we're gonna try this here. Okay, so the first question is, there we go. I'm gonna share this screen. All right,
Yeah.
can you see that?
Yep. Cool.
All right, so my whole thing is if this is that Mauser 98 like they were talking, how the fuck, as the way he's walking up the stairs to get to the location to do the shot, how the fuck is he fitting a 44-inch gun in there?
Yeah. He's not.
How?
He's not. Just plain
How?
and
I
simple.
don't.
And that's what it's like a JanSport bag or something like that. That he could have like an AR style rifle unpinned and broken down in there, but it would still have to be like maybe at most a 10.5. And if it was to match the caliber, then he could have a 300 blackout in there. that would match the ballistics from what a lot of people are trying to say
Yeah.
was the 30-06. Well, I think that a 300 blackout shot from a 10.5 at that distance would still
I
be
mean,
fairly accurate.
now I think with that you would have to be a better shot.
Yes, because the
You would
300
have to be
blackout's only a 300-yard gun.
yeah. So
Well,
you're
give or take.
gonna need to be a little bit better. But with I have one. What is it? The Vertex backpacks,
Hmm.
the ones for that. I have a decent sized one, and even this 10-inch 22 with the folding stock I have on it, it still barely fits in there.
Yeah.
I can't have the can on it. I have to peel it over. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's a 22.
Even if he had it unpinned and side by side, it would have to be such a short barrel you would see somewhere along the top of the back where
Something
that barrel.
poking.
Yeah, you would be able to
Yeah,
see it. Um,
I don't.
and it's not like now he could have, in theory, he could. Yeah, that there's no way. You got 3 screws to take that gun apart, and
Yeah,
you're telling
and
me that no, that
this isn't even confirmed to be the real gun,
no,
which is partly where I'm like, well then,
yeah,
if you have the gun, why didn't you show the pictures of the gun?
hmm
And I'm like, for one, where's the towel? And if the answer is, well, this is an evidence box, well, wouldn't you show pictures of you walking up on the gun when it's covered,
yeah,
and then you opening the blanket to show it,
hmm
and then you taking a picture of it in the box? Like,
So
isn't that how that shit works?
yeah, the biggest problem I have with them saying that's the gun is why the heck is it ditched how 100 yards behind the venue in the woods on his path out? So they know his path out. They were following that and they lost him somehow. But they found him ditching the gun and no recording of him ditching the gun. But yet there's
Yeah,
recording of him jumping off the roof
yeah.
with
Which I have that
yeah.
too,
It's
actually.
so yeah.
So,
Now, I think we might have talked about it earlier, and I developed a little theory on this, and I think we just need to wait for more information to come out. But I do have a initial theory of why this guy doesn't seem to have a gun.
all right. So, let's go ahead. Skipped a bunch of shit, but
Yeah.
we're gonna watch him come down right here, and this is some of the things that make me wonder about this. So,
Hmm.
let's go ahead. Can you hear that?
I can't hear it, but I can see him. I can
Okay,
barely hear
they're
it. I can kind of
talking.
hear it. It's all right.
No.
So I see this dude.
See,
Dude, that's a
where?
jacket. That's not even a backpack.
Yeah, yeah. Like
That's a
I,
jacket.
I don't, I don't see it, but I mean, even when he comes down, right? Where is it? Where is it right there?
And the dude's got to be hurt because that's a fall.
Yeah.
I mean, well, he landed it pretty good, I guess.
But where is it
Dude,
at this
he
point?
doesn't even have his backpack.
So it's
I
like
doubt that was a backpack with anything in it. So, and I'm like,
when they zoom in, it's like, where is this thing?
yeah,
Right there. Where is it? He's holding both hands on.
hmm he doesn't have it.
Wh-
So,
Where is it? Because if this is it, where's the fucking sling?
yeah, it would
So
be
it's like,
that would either have had to been
how'd you do
pre-staged
that?
before. If you're gonna ditch the rifle, ditch it on the roof. Like if you're gonna waste your time ditching it in the
Yeah.
woods, why would just leave it on the
Why would you
roof?
have some? Why would you have something to hold you down?
Yeah.
Wait, if you're trying to escape.
There's a lot of holes in this, and that's what's leading
So
towards cover up stuff, or professional hits, or political hits, which, if we said that 20 years ago, people are like, no, you're crazy, whatever, you're a conspiracy theorist. Well, listen up, JFK's been proven to be an internal hit. 9/11's been proven to be internal. MLK was turned out to be CIA. Almost every political person and outspoken person that's been taken out in the past 30, 40 years has been physically, with evidence, proven that it was an internal government hit. Not it's no
look at
longer
this thing.
conspiracy theory. There's actual documented proof. So I
Like where
I'm 90% sure this is like the same thing, dude.
where is this weapon?
In
And
his
you have this
butthole,
car coming up.
he put it up his rectum. It's in his prison pocket, dude.
like he's just kind of like what peg legging around with his
Yeah, dude, he's gotta be.
like nobody noticed, and then he goes to a major road, and nobody notices this weird long 44-inch object covered in a
No,
towel
see
as
now
he
so it must have
crosses.
been his backpack then they had because he had his backpack on there.
Like what the
So what was his
fuck,
backpack?
dude?
So that's not
I'm gonna start
100%. That's not the
sharing.
gun. 100%.
Yeah, that's there's no way that is. I
No, it
I
can't.
don't know.
And so with all the, we were talking earlier too about all the engravings on the bullets. Do you care to share
Yeah,
any photos of those engravings that you say are so that are on there? Are they done by
yeah.
hand? Are they done with a laser? Um, like,
Someone, I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm sorry. Here, I'm gonna share again just so you can see this because.
and I know, like, just real quickly, I know that there's guys that we would dip bullets in bacon and write crap on bullets.
Oh
You know,
yeah,
like
we did
they did
some.
some stuff, but I don't know. This just
What kills me, man, as soon as I
oh
saw this rifle, whoever it is, what the fuck is up with this mount? Like,
that
why?
looks like a mount that maybe has the screws too loose, and they shot it, and the recoil pushed the scope back.
Well, I've seen a lot of people that self mount,
Hmm.
and they they do shit like this, and you're like, that is wrong. Don't
Yeah,
no
they did that to try to get the
no.
proper eye relief, but they're probably basing that off of the
Yeah,
being behind the rifle the wrong way, and
yeah,
that's why they have offsets and mono mounts that I've installed on hundreds of Mausers. Anyway,
uh, yeah. Like, oh my god. Like as soon as I seen that rifle, that's the first thing I looked at. I was like, what the fuck is that?
yeah, that, that's somebody else's rifle that they staged for another assassination because it wasn't this one. Not this one.
Yeah, it's
And then to go into that picture that you shared earlier with that dude, the one guy that they picked up and said this is the guy, it's not even the same person of interest. So
no.
if it is that guy, then that was an accomplice that jumped off the roof. He was just a spotter.
Well, there was some speculation that the first guy that they got was just saying stuff to get attention to buy more time for this person to get away.
Hmm.
Which I'm like,
You know,
I mean, that's not impossible. That's
it's a
very
good theory,
possible.
very good theory, because if this was an internal um, group thing within his
Yeah,
opposition, which we're just going to say within the left because he was obviously right, so the opposition is going to be the left.
yeah,
Um, Not just saying it's all of them that think this, but the far left and far right are completely different animals. We can both
yeah.
agree to that. Um,
The people who think he's a Nazi,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Let's. So that's a well thought out plan. I mean, it makes sense and it would work and it plays out that he would cry wolf over here, bring all the attention immediately because everyone's going to be tunnel visioned and freaking out. So all the security
Yeah,
forces are going to go to him while the other guy gets out of there. That still leaves us with now we possibly have three people because that guy up top, I know that they sweep the roof. There's no gun up there. That gun is not the
yeah.
one. This is not. No.
We would have seen it like we did when the guy shot Trump.
Yeah, you can see a
We
rifle
would have
clear as
seen it
day.
still on the fucking roof.
Yeah.
Like I said, where are those pictures?
Mhm.
They, homie laid out, fucking gun right there. It was like,
Yeah.
where are those pictures?
So I'm not buying it.
That that's what
There's
I'm
a
a little.
bunch of holes, and then they're gonna say that they got somebody in custody, and then they didn't have. They just needed to say that they had somebody. They didn't actually have anybody. Well, the guy that they did was just for show because he wasn't the right guy. What else did I have written down there? The guards supposedly signaling, like that outlandish theory that people have. I've been seeing
Oh
so many
yeah,
posts of
yeah.
the guards signaling. I'm
Like they were doing
yeah, like,
baseball
oh
or
yeah, go
something.
hit him now,
You
yeah.
know.
Like, dude, have you ever done you've done me and you both that do security, work. If you're
Yeah.
standing there doing a security job, when you're going to adjust, you're going to stand there, you're going to move. I'm not going to, no person is going to stand there for that much time and be a statue.
No.
And then secondly, with my sister also does some security stuff, put out a really good point. I don't know why I didn't think about it. He could have been just signaling to his team that, hey, my sector's clear. I've been
Yeah.
scanning my sector. I'm going to give a nonchalant signal because they don't have radios, they don't have earbuds in, to say, hey, every 15 minutes or so, scan your sector and like, hey, I'm good.
Mm,
And then that's just signaling to each other because they do that.
mm.
Um,
Even just like what you just did there, just
yeah, basic movements
or
that most people do. A little twitch. I move my head all the time. I
yeah,
take my head on and off. I move my sleeves because they're bugging me.
I do this,
Oh, yeah, I'm petting myself. Oh,
you know.
everything that these guys do, if they weren't a statue, they're signaling. Get out. That's idiocracy. People are dumb.
Yeah.
People are just dumb.
Yeah, that's I was like, and then all of a sudden you see all this shit with all these sniper hand signals, which I'm not saying that there's not,
Mm-hmm.
but
That's not.
it, this kid isn't a sniper,
No.
so who
Yeah, because then
who's signaling?
he wouldn't have missed. Because
Yeah.
you aren't aiming for the neck. Nobody aims for the neck.
Well, no,
Okay. Well,
not always true, because I've talked to a lot of hunters around here, and they do because they hunt with those bigger rounds and they want to save more of the meat,
mm,
so they hit into the neck and spine, and they're only shooting 100 yards, so you can do that here because it's so dense. There's no long shots.
same here. Like the longest shot you're gonna make is across a cornfield, but neck shots are that neck meat. The neck meat is good. A lot of people don't like it, but I like it. It's good.
Well,
Depends on the
that's what I'm
animal.
saying.
Depends on the animal.
A lot of times they'll do that because they want to keep the head. They don't want to shoot in the head because they
Yeah,
want a
yeah,
trophy or whatever. So they'll hit it in the neck, and that's one way that they do it because it's
yeah.
bleeds out quick,
But to counter
dead,
that
hit spinal
though,
cord kind
most
of thing.
animals' necks are at least double the human size neck. A lot easier shot to make.
That is true.
You know. Mm.
But again, we were talking about the elevation
Yep.
of him, the guy on the roof, because that was at least what 3 stories,
Yeah, and shooting at a
two
downward angle
stories.
to a deflate, so
Yeah.
that adds to the trajectory
With
as
the
well.
canopy over top, and he's tucked into that canopy. He's not like
Hmm.
right on the edge. He's in that canopy,
Yeah.
so his head might have been blocked. Now, I was also thinking about it. He could have been guessing based off of where he was sitting. If he could see just the neck or even the shoulders, he might have been guessing where he was and took the shot. And like you said, didn't compensate,
Hmm.
and it dropped and hit him. Or like I said, he could have been aiming for the chest and
And then it hit high.
doesn't,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
So
I
either
I
way, I
think
mean,
well actually that your theory on that might actually be more because he's shooting at a downward angle, he would have actually hit high.
yeah. So that's
Because
what I'm
anytime
wondering.
you're
Did
at an
he
angle,
hit?
you're always hitting high, whether it's up or down. So that could be a valid theory.
That's
I
what I
can't
was.
wait to
I
see
mean,
what this kid that they got up, what his official statement's going to be if they ever release it,
yeah,
because I think that's going to be
yeah.
a whole bunch of.
He probably. I don't know. He doesn't seem like one to say anything. A lot of times when they do shit like this, they really don't say anything.
Yeah.
Like remember the Joker shooter in the what was it? The Batman, the theater one. You remember when that shooter happened?
I don't
Dressed
remember
up as Joker, locked everybody in basically, and started shooting. Yeah. Right after that, he didn't say shit. Like,
that.
I mean, he went to prison forever,
Yeah,
but
I don't recall that one.
he they didn't have
Yeah.
he didn't have a statement,
Yeah.
per se. And then the rest of them, they just fucking off themselves. So when they self delete, it's kind of hard to
Yeah.
track that statement after.
Fair. Yeah.
Ah. So do you think that this could possibly be like is it beyond the realm of possibility for this to be like an inside thing where like the no one say like a specific person like Trump or the Turning Point or whatever, but that some people within the right side orchestrated this to draw more people from the Democrats because they knew how Democrats were going to respond to this, and they can show these others that are more moderate, how cruel they are. So basically,
Yeah, I'm tracking.
throw in a certain card that makes them reveal themselves,
Yeah, 'cause
like some fucking
martyrs always make the most.
Yu-Gi-Oh
Yeah.
bullshit or whatever.
Anytime you have a martyr, it's very beneficial to whatever your cause is. That's just pure
Yeah.
enough as it is. And it sucks that, in a sense, I won't completely dismiss the theory because of the way I don't I don't lean left or I do tend to vote more Republican. I'll say that much because most of the time you've got to pick one. We're a two-party system. I don't all these other people that try to fight in. Sorry, it's two parties. All these other people don't have a chance, and I'm not wasting my time. I have to pick one of the two evils. I'm going to pick whatever I think is the better of the two evils because they're both all jacked up. So I don't vote on party. I vote on policy. If a Democrat ever were to be up in an office that had better policies than the Republican, then I'm voting Democrat. Will that ever happen? Maybe 40, 50 years ago, possibly. Not nowadays. Not going to happen. But just
Yeah, maybe 95 when Clinton was around.
yeah. So,
Since then, you guys kind of...
yeah, like the divide in the country is it's so polarized. It's so bad.
Yeah. I mean, look, they're fucking shooting people over
Yeah.
this shit.
So I don't dismiss it 100%. But I will say I'm leaning more towards it being more not more on the other side that did it. And it might not even be just like the whole side, but individuals from in a group don't speak for everybody in that. So I understand that. These
Yeah.
individuals were acting as individuals. They did not act as, to represent the entirety of the group. I hope everybody understands that realism, but a lot of people don't get that. But it does make sense now that you like put it out there like that. That's I wouldn't put it past them. I wouldn't put it past the CIA to have done it. I mean, they've done it before,
Yeah.
and that's yeah.
And and like I said, there are so many these big assassinations that you'll basically learn about and remember forever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's JFK, RFK, MLK, and Kirk, which all start with K. It's like, I know it's some crazy. It's just a weird coincidence to
I
me.
just
I'm
went through the
like,
K.
that's
Hey, let's just go through the K folder
yeah,
and see anybody that's
yeah,
reaching the top of the political tower that we need to cut down.
yeah, yeah. Who's the big voice in what we don't like right now, and let's go take them out.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate
It
that he
just
was one of
happens
the
that they
biggest.
all start with the
Yeah, he
K.
was a big voice in that, and he was making a
He was.
lot of headway in the movement stuff, and that does put a target on your back or that neck,
It
which
does.
so um, yeah,
I mean, it's just like I said. It just sucks that people are getting so far brainwashed that they're not getting off their devices and actually talking to people, because like a lot of times what they do is they just call you something and shut down the conversation. They will not, if you don't 100% agree, then
hmm well they're
then you're
regurgitating
in you're
a script. They
yeah.
have their narrative and their rhetoric that they have from their group, and they regurgitate it blindly. Simple as that. They don't actually critically think, and that's what Charlie Kirk always fought. It's like, cool, that's what you think, that's fine. I don't hate you for it. Debate me on it, prove it, discuss it, or prove
Hmm.
me wrong. I think that's how he started out. Was he was the dude that sat there with a chair and a desk that says,
No,
that was someone
it
else.
was Crowder.
Oh, that was
It
Crowder.
was
Crowder, yeah,
Crowder.
yeah, yeah. But I
Yeah.
think he was still within the same. Were they in the same
I
organization?
mean, they were close.
Yeah,
Crowder
yeah.
and
Well, he was
Kirk
angry. If I don't
was
know if you watched
close.
the Lauder with Crowder,
Yeah.
he was pissed.
Yeah. A
So
lot of them
yeah,
were, which I mean, like, like I said, I never met Kirk. I had nothing against him. A lot of people, you know, I don't think you should just die for talking. You
No,
know, people ask,
yeah,
you know, questions to veterans about certain things, but like my thing is when people are like, "Well, you guys had to go shoot people because they disagreed with you," and I was like, "Yeah, but they didn't just disagree with us; they tried to kill us."
yeah, that's different.
So there's the
Yeah,
difference: is he didn't try and kill you. He never did that. And like we were talking about before, how many riots have happened since this?
none.
How many cars are burned and buildings destroyed or whatever? How many?
Yeah,
None. It's it's like only one side acts that way, and it makes it,
hmm
and that's what makes it hard to go with a lot of the stuff that they talk about. It's like, dude, I'm I'm a registered independent, but Jesus Christ, you are not making it easy
mm
for me to even consider you.
yeah,
Like anybody that I think that I could possibly, you guys have already ran off, and I'll never see them again. So it's like,
yeah. So,
well,
and so violence begets violence. So if you're violent, I teach my kids this: if you hit, expect to be hit back. If you
yeah,
want to hit somebody, then gloves are off, and if you get hit, don't come crying to me. Violence will always beget violence, but words should never instigate violence. Period.
yeah,
I don't care how many things that they say. They can talk bad about your mom. I don't care about that pride stuff. Put it in your back pocket and throw it away. I just get rid of it because it'll get you killed or get you hurt. So, you know, of course we don't want to hear people bad mouthing us and bad mouthing our loved ones and our women. I get it,
yeah,
but it's just words, dude. They're not gonna
yeah.
hurt you.
It ain't,
So
it ain't worth it.
no,
You know,
no,
it's
it's just words.
yeah
Words
that
get you so upset that you want to end somebody and silence them for speaking. Because now words are powerful, as we've seen. You can talk to people, and by talking, you can do more action with words if you do it right. So
you can. I mean, the thing is words can literally only hurt you if you let them.
yeah,
That's it. Like if you don't let them, like when I was growing up, the big thing, like you said, was when people were like, "Your mom," and then people would start fighting over
shirts off.
somebody saying,
The first,
yeah, it was like people would say it to me. I'm like, okay, well, your mom is this. Sure, all right, yeah, cool, whatever.
hmm
And then I just never let it bother me, and then they would just move on to the kid it did bother,
yeah,
and
because that's all they
that's
were
what they
doing
were
is looking
looking
for a
for.
reaction. And that's the same thing
Yeah, and
as
I'm
with
like,
the
I don't give
other
a
ones that
fuck,
they're just
dude.
calling you
Whatever.
names and saying bad things about you. Like when they would just sit
Yeah.
there and berate Charlie Kirk at all his debate stuff, they're just trying to get a reaction out of him. He would be calm, collected, and be like,
Yeah.
"Okay, if that's what you think, that's
Yeah.
fine. Love you, move on."
Yeah.
So,
It just,
but that's what
I
angered
mean, to
people is that
me,
they couldn't get to him, and then he would
oh yeah,
make them think. So, but yeah, violence.
yeah, he would definitely challenge them, and they would just, just avoid answering the question by doing something stupid,
hmm
just merp, merp, merp. When he's asking them a question, just making some stupid noise, and it's like you're really not helping your cause right
Yeah,
now. I hope you know that.
yeah. So
So that's so
unfortunately too, this is not. This is going to be. I think this opens the doors, as you've seen. Like if you've been paying, obviously you've been paying attention. This whole week has been like nuts. You had a Catholic church in I think Massachusetts that some dude just started shooting in the windows when there was kids inside for a kids mass.
mm-hmm.
You had I want to say it was a senator, or I think it was a senator. She was shot 2 hours after she voted in opposition. She was a Democrat and voted in favor of the Republicans, and she was
Yeah, that was
shot.
in like Minnesota, right?
Yeah, she got shot two
I
two hours
her
after.
her yeah, her and her husband
No,
were
that
both
is a different
shot.
one.
I'm pretty sure.
That happened a couple
Oh, that
months
was a
ago.
different one.
Yeah, this is the
Oh,
one I was thinking of that just I just saw the clipping of that was just a couple days ago. Um,
damn, that's fucking.
unless it was the
This
same
shit's
one
getting
doubled
crazy.
up with a different headliner, but
It could have been.
um, then you had the same day, within hours of Charlie Kirk being shot, Denver had a school
The
shooting.
school shooting. Yep.
Michigan had a
Yeah.
active shooter. There was like, I think, 5 or 6 active shooters across the country within like all within 3 hours of that. Like just
So that's something that got to look into is like, was this like a more of a tinfoil hat still on? Is this still more
yeah,
of a like a like a directed attack where or coordinated attack where it's like
yeah,
the same time or basically within certain times we're hitting,
yeah. Well, you got to remember to
you
just like
know,
look
kind
back
of
at.
like
Sorry, go ahead.
uh, kind of like 9/11,
Yeah,
one plane hit and when people are still realizing what's happening, then the other one hit and then they're like holy shit, then Pentagon gets hit and it's all like certain amount of times after and it's
mm-hmm.
like holy shit, when's the next one?
Yep. So it's. I just saw a funny meme just before we got on, and it was like, it seems like a pretty good distraction from those Epstein files, don't you think? And so if you look at every time there's something like this that happens, almost every time something crazy happens and the media floods with an event or disaster or whatever, keep in mind this stuff's always actually happening. It's just the media's not reporting on it. And the media always takes
Yeah.
a grain of sand and multiplies it through all of their outlets and makes it seem like it's a whole beach, and it's not. So, um, but they're always doing this right around when they're trying to like hide something else that's happening within the government because that's what they do.
Yeah. I
Every
mean,
t-
it's happened before, that's for sure.
yeah, every time you're like, oh, and then this thing over here happened. You're like, well, when did that happen? Oh, well, you guys were
Yeah.
focused over here. All this bad stuff that we put in place. You were
Yeah.
staring at all the fires that we set off all over the country.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, no. That I'm sure that was another one too. The fires in
Oh,
California that burned like Los Angeles.
that in
Like,
Hawaii, dude.
what the what the fuck is
All
happening
all that
behind the scenes right now?
all that's all up on the board
Like,
for tinfoil hats and all that stuff.
oh my God. It's and that's what's sad, man, is now we're at the point where we have to ask, was it an inside job or was it,
Hmm.
just another left wing kid, far left wing kid? Was it, a group? Was it like they said he's Antifa? Was he like in a, they're now taking like terrorist uh, tactics and getting in little cells all over and planning and like,
Yeah,
the fuck is going on?
it's getting,
But
it's getting
I will say, I mean, either way, nobody should. If you're not physically hurting somebody,
hmm
no one deserves that, and that's even for people that I don't agree with. Doesn't matter, don't care. I mean, especially get shot like that in front of your family.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yep.
That's literally a public execution in front of your family. You made them sit there up front, and like that's fucking crazy.
Hmm.
That's crazy work, dude. Like you're people look at me when I'm like Miss Mayhem, and when I'm looking at this video over and over and over, and she's like, "How do you? I can't."
Hmm.
And I'm just, I'm just so focused on the details that I'm not paying attention that this is who it is. So I'm just focused on the details. But to even do that, you got to be darker than me, and
Hmm. Yeah, that is.
that's scary. Like it's like, dude, your mind's got to be fucked to put his family through that. If you're gonna kill him, I mean, fucking wait till his family wasn't right
Do it
there, you
in an
asshole.
alley or
Like,
something, a carjacking,
yeah,
like
god damn.
yeah.
Like, oh
Hmm.
my god. Either way, I hope they're even if this is the wrong guy, don't really care. Kind of. I mean, it's kind of hard to do that right after we're saying nobody should be. But he shot somebody, so
Oh,
or
dude,
maybe
no,
I don't know.
100%, 100%. If you carry out an act of violence intentionally on somebody, then whatever you did to them, it gets done to you. I completely agree
Yeah.
with that. That should be a new law. If you
Well, I
involuntarily
hope
kill
they're just
somebody, I
beating the
don't think you
shit out
should
of
get
him.
jail time. I think you should get counseling, or fix whatever. Okay, whatever accident you did to cause somebody to die, it was an accident. Cool. We'll help you fix that so it doesn't happen again. Maybe give you a fine. I don't think of putting anybody away for life for an accident. That's why they're called an
Yeah.
accident. But if you intentionally do harm to somebody, yeah, line up. Put the blindfold on.
Yeah, see, my whole thing is I do like when in some of these cases there is the jailhouse justice and those those prisoners. I mean, a lot of people are like they're criminals or whatever, but some of them actually still have feelings, and they're not gonna like that.
Oh yeah,
Who at least the prisoner thinks killed Charlie Kirk. He might have a kid that kid's age watch the video of the little girl running up to him when he was and then started feeling away and then realize that you shot him in front of his daughter. He might not take that
oh
so
no,
nicely, and then all of a sudden you got a severe headache from a weird bump on it that you're not 100% but it's bleeding, and
yeah. And your prison wall is
your
bleeding.
eyes all fucked up, and like
Yeah,
you got some that trip up those stairs had a problem. So
yeah. It fell into someone else's fist.
yeah,
But
so it's like that's one thing I do like is that I know that they're probably fucking that guy up, or they will.
yeah, now just
Whoever gets
yeah.
blamed for this is they're gonna get fucked up.
hmm
Somebody will.
That just yeah.
But yeah, that's crazy.
And I can't wait to hear that news headline. Oh,
I'm still saying yeah. Oh yeah. Like when what was it? Dahmer died.
hmm
Yeah, where the guy beat him with a it was a weight.
Mm.
Yeah, in the gym, beat him to death. Just started beating him in the head until he died. I was like, all right, well, that's you hate to see it, but there's the difference. Is that guy killed people? You
Yeah,
know,
and I'll say
I
it.
I
Like I don't care. Like, you kill somebody intentionally, you're getting shot, dude. If it wasn't self-defense and you went to you flat out murdered somebody because you're a piece of crap, yeah.
and then kept their heads and shit, like
hmm
dismembered them and like,
Yeah, yeah, the real sickos,
all
dude.
right, man. All
Don't
right.
even waste taxpayer money putting them into the system. You ain't fixing them.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah, dude, something like that where we're like, oh, well, you had their head, so
yeah, just
I mean,
feed the daisies at that point,
yeah,
dude.
like holy shit, dude.
hmm
And these people stay alive in the prisons, and then you get people like Johnny Kirk just blasted, fucking the what would you say was a congressperson, lady,
Yeah, it was a
whatever,
senator or something. I can't.
senator
Yeah, I can't.
blasted.
Yeah, I can't
Like
remember.
these people are getting fucking the chick on the train stabbed.
Yeah, like
They get to die, but the guy that chop people up, he gets a life sentence.
yeah,
So
no,
it's
I
like
don't.
no big deal,
No,
nothing to worry about here.
yeah.
Fucking crazy. Well, I guess we'll end it there for the mayhem moment, unless you have anything else on this that you wrote down. There is some weird shit with this. I know we went off on some
No, I think we covered
different
just about all the
directions, but
notes that I had about how everything is not lining up with the rifle, the entry wound,
yeah,
the exit wound, the absence of a card. Well, maybe we'll hear it after they do autopsy and everything else. Like it's still pretty fresh. So,
yeah.
there's the book.
Oh
We
yeah,
didn't
the
cover that book
book.
real. Yeah, we can probably end
All
with
right,
that real quick.
hit that book real quick. You're the one that brought it
Yeah,
up,
there
so
was
send it.
an Amazon book. You can still find it, but there was an earlier post that I seen that it was the shooting of Charlie Kirk. You can go on Amazon. You can search for it. I think it's like $5.99.
Oh,
Published
you're
within
good. I'm
24
talking.
hours of this
No, look.
happening. But there was an earlier video that I seen that had a publication date of the 9th, which is the day before, and they had since updated and edited it. So I doubt that they fudged the numbers and accidentally put the 9th, because I believe this was probably a Chat GPT account is because it's like an account of, and there's a bunch of other ones on there too from a whole bunch of other people. But I think they just have AI go through all the news reports and what they have currently reported
Oh,
on.
they might have taken it off. It
Oh, is it
was
gone?
the
Is it gone
shooting of
now?
Charlie Kirk, right?
Yeah. Is it
Yeah,
gone already?
it doesn't.
Yeah,
I
because
don't see
I
it.
physically was like, no way, and I whipped up my phone and I found it, and I physically looked at it. It did have a
At
current
least
publication
there.
date, but um,
I don't know.
I,
Let's try this way. I'm probably getting like fucking tracked by the government
yeah, because I'm
doing
talking
this.
about it, but no,
Like,
but
why is he
I
looking this shit up from two
I know
different
y'all don't
places?
know me enough to trust my word, but I give you my word. I physically searched for it, and it was there. Like, shooting of. They probably took it down because someone was like, ooh.
Yeah, I can't find it. Same thing popped up on my phone. Yeah, I mean, probably
You're
not a good
getting.
thing to
Yeah, dude,
have
no,
up
they
there.
took it down.
That's yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably kind of a not so sensitive thing to do.
No, not
Does
to mention.
Jeff
Yeah.
Bezos still own that?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, yeah.
So the fact.
Don't be
Yeah.
any more of an asshole, guy.
Yeah. Like the fact that you're putting this out with now, you
Yeah,
don't even have all the details yet. You're just going to have ChatGPT give you an account of what happened and then charge $6 for it. I can go Google it and read the Fox News, CNBC, whatever 4 or 5 letter news agency. They've got what's in that book reported of what we currently know. Pay $6 for something that I can get for free on Google. That's so stupid.
dude, but that's the thing. That's actually pretty genius.
I mean, yeah, because
You just tell it like literally. We were talking about the jokes it was or the questions it was asking. If you tell it the right thing, I'd be like, look up every single thing with the word Charlie Kirk or something like that. Give me everything on this specific thing, including timelines, and you can go back. And within an hour, you could probably have that.
and then you can tell it to write me a novel based off of this information,
Yep.
and it will do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I like Jarvis.
But
Jarvis is good to
I
me.
want to find someone who saw it and just bought it. Problem is it's digital, so it's saved in their Amazon.
Yeah.
So if they did purchase it, they can remove it
Wait.
from their digital library. Oh, I don't know. Just
They can,
hmm
because there might be a PDF. If somebody did do that,
and
they might
actually
have saved
then
it.
downloaded
And
it.
oh yeah,
So let's just
uh,
set up an Amazon.
Charlie Kirk book. Okay. Anastasia J. Casey was the writer.
Yeah, there it is, right there. It says Yahoo was not published on Amazon. Bull crap. I saw that book.
Yeah, it was.
Now, not the backdated one.
Mm,
Was published late afternoon on September 10th, 2025. And the date of September 9th that appeared on the website for that was a technical issue. An AI text detector
interesting.
concluded that it was 92% likely that the book description was written by our AI. So that's what I
So now
thought.
we
But the
have
fact that somebody did,
AI being used to find AI. Like,
yeah, that's just
what if you just tell AI, be like, yo,
make this and make it
when you
AI
do this,
proof.
make it anti AI,
Yeah,
whatever, or,
dude,
stealth AI mode.
that's just
Go, Jarvis.
that's just so wild. So, but just everybody keep that in mind that when you're seeing all these media posts and stuff, like, don't take everything the first time you see it. Do your own research, dive deep, dig in, and look it up for yourself, and not from the same source.
Yeah.
Go to other sources because all this you can't believe 80% of what you see. And I'll probably go even higher than that, but it's wild, man.
I mean, kind of what there's other ideas and views and, angles to look at things. Like I said, I'm looking at the details of it.
hmm
And, yeah, it's just, it made me question because they were saying certain things. And because I was looking at those details, I'm like, Something's a little weird here.
Yeah.
But
Hopefully they come out with some more
that's why
information.
that's exactly. So I just got some questions. I'm not saying that it's completely false. I'm just saying why don't we have these things yet when we did with Trump?
Hmm.
And I feel like this is bigger than Trump because he actually got assassinated.
Yeah.
So it's just my thoughts, but that is the Mayhem Moments. We appreciate you guys being in the bunker with me and Charles from Klecker Tactical. Till next time, we'll see you.